Welcome back to Real TV, and I'm Stephen King, the real Stephen King. And if you're new to the channel, Real TV was created to talk about real things and to expose the reality of this world that we living in. You know how they say that there's no place like home? There is no place like homeland, your homeland, a place where family exists, friends, neighbors, peace, stability, resources, a place of beauty, a place of rest, a place of belonging, a place where your culture is celebrated, your language is spoken, and you have history from a time unrememberable inside of your heart, soul, and mind. Think about if your home was taken away from you. Think about your homeland being destroyed and taken away from you. Think about all these things as you watch this clip, and I'll be back with my comments.
I think that Gaza maybe is a demolition site right now. If you look at Gaza, there's hardly a building standing, and the ones that are going to collapse. It would be my hope that we could do something really nice, really good, where they wouldn't want to return. Why would they want to return? The place has been hell. It's been one of the meanest, toughest places on earth. And right now, I've seen every picture from every angle, better than if I were there. And nobody can live there. You can't live there. So if we can build them through massive amounts of money supplied by other people, very rich nations, and they're willing to supply it. If we can build something for them in one of the countries, and it could be Jordan, it could be Egypt, it could be other countries, and you could build 4 or 5 or 6 areas. It doesn't have to be one area, but you take certain areas and you build really good quality housing, like a beautiful town, like someplace where they can live and not die. Because Gaza is a guarantee that they're going to end up dying. The same thing's going to happen again.
See, you're dealing with an enemy that doesn't have a conscience, that doesn't possess empathy, doesn't possess a soul. That if 1 million, 2 million, or 3 million was an obstacle, he would devise a plan to extinguish those people from the earth. The things that he values the most is power, control, and complete domination of the earth. And for the human beings that stand in his way, they're like a plague or a disease within his heart and mind that he must rid the world of. And the reasons why you and I aren't experiencing the hell, the devastation, the complete annihilation of us all, because the war has been won in America. They own, control, and completely dominate every facet and area of your life. You haven't experienced what your ancestors experienced because they were still fighting. The war was still fresh. And they hadn't given up. They still had that fighting warrior spirit inside of them. So they continued to fight. And their cities, their towns, their homelands was bombed, burned, flooded, and they were chased and ran from their homelands. See, a lot of y'all don't know that. You know what happened in Tulsa, what happened in Rosewood, the few stories that they give us happened all across the United States of America. What's going on right now in Palestine, what's going on in the Gaza Strip, as they call it, it happened right here inside of America. Same things, same tactics. And it's just horrible. Horrible how this group of people can remain so heartless throughout centuries, to not be able to possess a conscience. What do we do in a world so evil? What do we do? You know, in the Bible, it talks about a promised people that were guided away from Pharaoh by Moses and his brother Aaron. And God took them to a place of rest, a promised land. But they were too afraid to fight the giants in that land. So they all perished in the wilderness. Maybe the land that you stand on, that you call your homeland, is your promised land. But too many people are too afraid of the giants in that land to reclaim what God has called them to reclaim. So they die in the wilderness. Have you ever thought about that? I'm going to leave y'all with that. Ponder on that. This is Real TV, and I'm Stephen King, the real Stephen King. And if this is your first time to the channel, subscribe and leave a comment down below. And hit that like button to keep me in the algorithm. And I'm going to talk to you guys later.